it's August, December, or June, for my heart sings a wonderful tune. As long as you care for me. Thank you very, very much, everyone, for your nice welcome. It's wonderful being with all of you again. We believe we have a very entertaining show planned for you, so we want you to sit back and relax and forget all your worries and cares, and to help you do it, let's start out with Bye Bye Blues. We'll be back in just a moment, ladies and gentlemen, to carry on. But right now, here's a word from our good friends, our sponsors. There's a room in my home, ladies and gentlemen, that I'm very, very proud of. It's a trophy room. And since every trophy in that room was made possible through your acceptance of my work, I would like to share it with you and show you some of them. Let's start with this big one here. You really had a lot to do with this one. There are 4 gold records on it, and each one of the records represents an album that fortunately, through your acceptance, became a bestseller. And I would like to play for you now, from one of the albums, Concertos for You, a number that seems to be a special favorite of yours. It's called The Cornish Rhapsody. Not all of these awards represent musical endeavors. This gavel was presented to me when I was appointed honorary mayor of Sherman Oaks. That's the community where I live. And this for designing the most original interior of a car. You may have heard about that car, the one with the piano keys and the candelabra and the upholstery. But the awards, ladies and gentlemen, that brought me the most inner joy and satisfaction are those for bringing entertainment and a little happiness to those less fortunate than myself. Among these awards represented here are the City of Hope, the March of Dimes, the National Association for Retarded Children, the Easter Seal campaign that helps so many little children, and the Heart Fund. I once asked a gentleman representing one of these organizations why they chose me in particular to entertain the patients. And he said, "You always have a smile and you make my patients smile." I realize, ladies and gentlemen, that it's not always easy to smile when you're faced with misfortune and illness, but it makes you feel so much better when you do that I think it's really worth trying. And here's a song that expresses that so admirably. Smile, though your heart is aching. Smile, even though it's breaking. When there's a cloud in the sky, you'll get by. If you smile through your fear and sorrow, smile and maybe tomorrow you'll see the sun come shining through for you. Light up your face with gladness, hide every trace of sadness. Although a tear may be ever so near, that's the time you must keep on trying. Smile, what's the use of crying? You'll find that life is still worthwhile if you just smile. Smile, though your heart is aching. Smile, even though it's breaking. When there are clouds in the sky, you'll get by if you smile. Smile through your fear and sorrow. Smile and maybe tomorrow you'll see the sun come shining through. Shining through just for you. Light up your face with gladness, hide every trace of sadness. Although a tear may be ever so near, that's the time you must keep on trying. Smile, what's the use of crying? You'll find that life is still worthwhile if you just smile. ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to tell you about a rather unusual award I received in Houston, Texas. It was from the American Society of Piano Technicians. It was given to me for promoting interest in piano and for putting the piano back into the living room. Of course, in our home, we always had music. I can remember even as a child, I used to listen to my mother and father play little folk songs such as this little Italian folk song called Santa Lucia. These silver pieces, ladies and gentlemen, recall to me some of the most thrilling evenings of my entire career. They were presented to me on the occasion of my appearances at the Hollywood Bowl, where I hold the attendance record, thanks to you. I would like to play for you the opening selection of my first concert at the Hollywood Bowl, the 14th Hungarian Rhapsody by Franz Liszt. think it's the ambition of every performer on television to win one of the coveted Television Academy Awards. I'll never forget the night that the Television Academy of Arts and Sciences presented me with the Television Emmy for the Best Entertainment Program. I was so thrilled and excited that I almost didn't hear my name when they called it out again for the second Television Emmy for the Most Outstanding Male Personality. I want you folks to know how very grateful I am to all of you for making it possible. It's wonderful, marvelous, that you should care for me. It's awful nice, it's paradise, it's what I love to see. You've made my life so glamorous, you can't blame me for feeling amorous. It's wonderful, marvelous, that you should care for me. Wonderful, marvelous, that you should care for me. It's awful nice, it's paradise, it's what I love to see. My friends, it's four-leaf clover time. From now on, my heart's working overtime. Wonderful, marvelous, that you should care for me. Thank you very, very much. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it really has been wonderful being with all of you, and I appreciate this wonderful opportunity to discuss all these different awards that you and people just like you have made possible. I would like to share your wonderful response to our show with all of those in it, my brother George and our guests. And until we meet again, on behalf of all of them, this is Liberace in Hollywood saying, thanks a million and God bless you all. And I'll be looking at the moon, but I'll be seeing you.